Good morning, boys and girls. I know it's been a while since we've been together in the classroom, so I wanted to make a little video to share some important things with you so that you could watch it at home. But before we do anything, we need to hear our good morning song. Are you ready to sing and dance? Stand up.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Good morning. Good morning. Hello and how are you? Early in the morning, I say good morning. Hello and how are you?
Good morning. Good morning. Hello, and how are you? Early in the morning, I say good morning. Hello, and how are you?
In the morning, I clap my hands. In the morning, I do my dance. In the morning, I shout hooray. This is gonna be a wonderful day. Good morning. Good morning. Hello and how are you? Early in the morning, I say good morning. Hello and how are you?
Good morning. Good morning. Hello, and how are you? Early in the morning, I say good morning. Hello, and how are you? In the morning, I clap my hands. In the morning, I do my dance. In the morning, I shout hooray! This is gonna be a wonderful day. Good morning, good morning. Hello, and how are you? Early in the morning, I say good morning. Hello, and how are you? Good morning, good morning. Hello, and how are you? Early in the morning, I say good morning. Hello, and how are you? Hello, and how are you? Hello, and how are you?
All right, friends, I hope that got you warmed up and ready to learn. So now it's time to take attendance. Everyone who's watching today, go ahead and say, "Good morning, I am here today." Good, it is good to have you join us today. So, something really exciting has happened. We have changed into a new season. Who can remember what season it was when we were still in school? Remember, there were no leaves on the tree and the weather was cold. We even got a little bit of snow. What season was that? That's right, it was winter. So now we have some clues outside to help us remember what season we're in now. What new things have you noticed? Yes, there's leaves on the tree now, and the flowers are blooming. What season are we in now? That's right, it's spring. So I have a great book that we're going to read this morning. It's called A Windy Day in Spring, and it's going to talk about some of the things that are happening at the beginning of spring. Okay, let's get this so that we can see it. Might take me a minute. This is my first time doing this. There we go. A windy day in spring. And what fun things do we see on the cover of our book here? That's exactly right. I see some butterflies and some bumblebees and some flowers. Let's read and see what happens. Warm wind welcomes early spring. Do you see the baby birds in the nest? Warm wind makes the bluebirds sing. Have you heard the birds singing in the morning? Warm wind rushes through the trees. The flowers are on the trees and the leaves are beginning to come out. Warm wind stirs the bumblebees. I haven't seen any yet, have you? Warm wind blows a butterfly. Warm wind lifts a kite up high. This is a good time to go out to the park and try to fly a kite. Warm wind turns a weather vane. Warm wind waves a pony's mane. Warm wind makes the wind chimes ring. Warm wind helps a hammock swing. Warm wind steals a farmer's hat. She's planting in the garden. I wonder what she's planting. Warm wind pets a tabby cat. Warm wind spins a blue pinwheel. Warm wind makes a seagull squeal. Warm wind pushes waves around. Warm wind blows a castle down. Warm wind finds a bright red sail. Warm wind tickles a big blue whale. Warm wind lifts an eagle's wings. Warm wind does so many things. Wind can make a bluebird sing. Warm wind welcomes spring. Okay, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed that book. I think that was a fun way for us to learn about some things that happen in spring. So now I want you to think for a minute, what things do we see in the springtime? Think for a minute. We're going to write them on the marker board. All right, here we go. What things do we see in spring? We see leaves on the trees. And flowers blooming. What things did we see in the book? There were bumblebees. And there were butterflies. What else did we see? There were baby birds, and they were singing. And we also see baby animals in the springtime. So that's a lot of fun things that we can see in the springtime. Can you think of any more? Okay, so now we have a little bit of homework. Today, the weather is beautiful, so I want you to go outside and I want you to see how many fun spring things you can find. I want you to take pictures of them and have Mommy and Daddy send them to me on Class Dojo. Have a great second day of spring. Bye-bye.